So Dustin, we just went over to Grand Rapids and seen you live. I took a couple things away from that when I walked up. One, you're a lot taller in person. So,
bro, dude, I'm gonna take your dick out right now and let me see it, man. Because honestly, I get the opposite everywhere I go. They're like, I thought you would be taller. You know, like what are you saying? So I got these boots now. I think that helps, man.
Oh, there you go.
Well, what you need to understand too is that Brandon's overly nice. So I wouldn't totally believe everything that he says. So he just didn't want to be like, dude, you are short.
Right. He probably thought I was gonna be like fucking Kevin Hart's side, you know.
Honestly, I thought you were gonna be like a couple inches taller than Kevin Hart.
He also
I was like, oh shit, I'm not much taller than he is.
He also forgets that you're on a stage and he was sitting down, so that helps too.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Yeah, I'm fucking short, man.
Oh shit! But the next thing is too that I noticed is you're a lot better looking in person too.
You know, I get that all the time, man. I'm not very photogenic, man, and especially on camera, dude. And then I use that filter, dude, and then like some people really think that's me. Like you think that's a joke, but like there are really people out there like watch my videos, and thankfully, usually those people can't afford the $15 for a fucking ticket to come out because like. I had a lady in Tallahassee, Florida. She was like, I don't know. I swear to God, she was like 72. And she's in line. She's this cute little old lady. And I was like, oh, my God, you like this type of comedy? That's fucking badass. I was like, give me a hug. So she comes in, and it's like dementia kicked in. She's like, who the fuck are you? Like, you just sat through my whole show. I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, no. And she pulled my picture up with like the filter, you know? Where's this? And I was like, ma'am, surely to God. I was like, you're just joking, you know? And she's like, no, where is it? Where is it? And this old lady was trying to like fuck me up. I was like, wow, dude, Florida is a different place. It's like
your lips are a lot smaller than what I thought they would be.
Yeah.
Oh shit, for sure. But no, dude, you are hilarious. Like you're fucking hilarious. If all of our listeners need to buy a ticket, DustinSimsTickets.com.
Yes. Yeah. Please don't go to DustinSims.net, dude. I made that website like 4 years ago, and I'm just a dumb redneck, dude. I live in Alabama. And I got this app to make this website, dog. And you look at it now, and you would think Helen Keller's running it. You're like, nothing makes son of a bitch. There's groceries on there. How can you buy eggs and fruit on your website? I'm like, it's just a stock photo. I don't know how to fucking take it off. They're like, you don't have a team or somebody to do that? Are you fucking retarded, dude? It's just me.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Yeah, DustinSimsTickets.com. Go there, check this man out in person. He's hysterical. Jeff and I literally walked out of the comic club. Our cheeks were hurting because we were laughing so hard. Both, you know, and then we won't talk about the other cheeks. You know, that's a different story for another conversation.
I don't understand. What?
My cheeks hurt, man. The back ones.
Yeah. But yeah, so I wanted to get you on here just to hear your story. We love doing this. We love doing interviews and hearing how everybody came up to like how they are to this point, and then obviously some future stuff. So, as a kid, did you know you wanted to be a comedian? Like, when does that happen?
Yeah, honestly, I think I did probably around 8 or 9. I used to. My parents were really strict. I come from a really Christian, conservative family, and like, you know, cuss, like you go to church every Sunday. Like I didn't get to watch a lot of I didn't even get to see like PG-13 movies. Like it's like Disney and shit. And so like one day I was in my grandpa's truck and he had a Rodney Carrington tape and I played it. What the fuck is this? I was like, I fell in love. And I started falling in love with comedy. I watched Eddie Murphy's Delirious and Raw. Those were my first like specials ever watched. And I was just a kid and I was like, man, that is amazing. So my parents were really strict. So I had to like develop the ability to lie at a really young age. And that's basically comedy. It's just exaggerations. At least my type is just a lot of just exaggerated comedy and stuff. And I don't know. I've just always loved telling stories. And I used to tell stories on the bus, and like I would have the whole school bus just like listen to these bullshit ass stories I made up. But I knew from an early age I wanted to do that, but I didn't think it was an obtainable goal. So like right out of high school, I just started working in like factory. I worked at a grave service for fucking 2 years, like digging graves and like working funerals.
Oh shit.
which is a very bizarre like line of work. You know, you see a lot of wild shit. So I mean, I got content from that. You know, it's just anything really.
Yeah.
So hold on. So titties and beer, that was like top up there for you with Roddy Harrington.
Ringtone when I was like in like 7th grade, dog. Get them, man. That's fun. My little razor phone. Let's go.
My that was actually like my first introduction in like stand-up comedy as well too, was Roddy Harrington. My brother like
Really?
had one of his CDs,
Yep.
and I would just steal it constantly and play it over and over again. And some of his skits, it's just some of the shit that people can make up, including yourself, that just will just like get you to the core and just make you die laughing. Like the one thing that always gets me with him is like he was talking about kids and like his wife was pregnant. And he's like, man, I didn't even know what happened. I was in the shower one day, I was jerking off and it shot off, hit her in the back, crawled up right up her puss, and that all she wrote. I'm like, what the fuck?
He's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what broke my heart, man, is like I know a lot of people that met him. Like that's one of my idols, you know, and a lot of people have met him and said he's really not a nice guy.
Oh,
but he's
really?
really famous too. And like I'm nowhere near any level of that. And I know that people like will just come up out of nowhere and bombard you sometimes. And I couldn't imagine that level. So I'm sure after a while you just become crass naturally. Yeah. But I've heard bad stories about him. And then I worked at a comedy club in Arizona, in Glendale, Stir Crazy. And the guy who runs that club, the owner of that club, he wrote all of those songs for Rodney. And I was like, what the fuck?
Damn.
He didn't write those songs. And I was like, you son of a bitch.
Really? My whole life is a lie.
Yeah. We'll just call him up and start crying.
You lied to me, you bastard. You're a false idol.
Real.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny though? Like when you said you're coming up in a household where it's so strict, isn't that like where the most like the crazy stuff happens though? Like you hear that the most. Like if you're so strict, like nowadays, like, I'm gonna let my kids start doing drugs at age 10 just so they turn out good.
Oh, nothing good happened in our house, man. But everything is like the Christian way is like you just keep it on the low, dog.
Yeah.
You know,
we don't speak about this out loud.
Like literally, it's like I don't know. Like my mom, she's burned my stepdad with an iron one time, you know, so he wouldn't go to church. I'm like, this is counterproductive. I feel like, you know? What hell feels like, you know, like.
Shit. That's
hilarious. Like, it's wild, dude.
She burned him with an iron to tell him how hell feels like. Is that what you said?
I'm assuming that's why she did it. Like, get out of bed. He was being a smart ass because he had been up all night. And she's like, you're getting up early, you're going to church. And he's like, no. And so I'm in there, dude. I'm like fucking 14. I'm in here like putting gel in my hair in the bathroom. I'm trying to look fucking sick, dude, going to church. And then my mom comes in and she like fills the trash can up full of water. And she's like, go dump it on your dad. I was like, oh, no, I'm not going to do that. You know, because he's huge. Try to get him out of bed. So she goes in there and just dumps this whole trash can of water on him. And I'll give it to him. Dude was like stoic, man, didn't move. He was just a brick. He's like, nah, try to be hard. You know, he's like, nah. Dude, I was like, wow, that's impressive, dog. Well, she was like not having it. So she just like plugs the iron up and she's like, when that motherfucker clicks, I'm putting that on your back. And he was like, she's bluffing, you know. I'm 14. I'm back here. I'm like, I got like a little bit of American Crew in this side of my hair. I ain't here yet. I'm like, she's bluffing, you know. She wasn't, dude. That motherfucker clicked and she just rips it out the wall and just tosses it on his back. My brother still got like an iron tattoo on his back. We didn't see him for 3 days. Man, he left. He was like, man, fuck this. Right. He
came back. That's impressive. That's impressive.
It is impressive. Man, I hope that's okay. Are you guys?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Jeff's drinking. Yeah, I'm on a diet.
I got a little bells action up here. So
I'm on a diet. I'm drinking some Powerade because everybody that sees me, you know, that's not that see us from the podcast, they instead of me saying that you look taller and everything, they're like, holy shit, you're fatter than the fucking videos look like. So
when they see me, they're like, wow, you look drunker than usual. Oh my, cheers.
What's that?
How many episodes have you guys done?
Oh God, we're in this. I think this is gonna be like 45.
Yeah.
Oh no. Hell yeah, that's what's up, man. Keep going.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for just over a year and a half. Just under a year and a half now.
Yep.
So, nice.
Yep.
I can't stay consistent with it, man. So kudos to y'all. It's so hard.
Yeah,
But
we go through stretches where, you know what I mean, depending on what happened in life and everything like that. And we're like teachers. We like to take summers off. So
that's
Jeff
what
likes
I'm
to fish.
Get paid about as well as them too. So
Yeah. But so talk me through. So you knew as a kid that you wanted to be a comedian, like this was your dream. So like, how did that start? When did you start? You know, everything like that.
the first show. What was the first show?
Yeah.
My first show. Okay. Well, I first started making videos. Like I worked at Honda for about 9.5 years. And I started making Snapchat videos in my truck. I was just making fun of people in the parking lot and roasting them. And it was when that Snapchat filter was huge. And like people thought they were hilarious. Well, then me and my wife, she wanted to go to a Backstreet Boys concert. So I took her and I just made videos shitting on the whole thing. And I posted it on my Snapchat and everybody was like, you got to post this on Facebook. So I put it on my Facebook page and it popped off and it got like, I think like 80,000 views and I lost my fucking mind. I was like, whoa, we did, you know, I was like, fucking crazy. Well, then some pervert dude was like, scrolled through my pictures and found like pictures of my kids when they were babies and was like, hey, post more pictures of the kids. And I was like, oh, this is fucking wild, dude. So I was like, I got to get this off my page. So I created my comedy page and everybody at work was shitting on me. They were like, what the fuck are you doing? And then like 2 months later, it just fucking popped off, you know? And I did that for, I guess, about 3 years. And I met Rocky Dale Davis. He does stand-up comedy in Birmingham. He lives in, I think he lives in Austin, Texas now, but he's really good comic. If you have a chance, he's been doing it like 9 years. He's just about like Jesse. He's a killer, you know, my opener.
Yeah.
I met him and he was like, why don't you do stand-up? And I was like, man, I can't talk in front of people. I'll shit all over myself, you know? And he's like, you're telling stories. And I was like, yeah. He said, just try it. And I said, okay. He said, just give it a shot. If you like it, we're going to do some shows. If you don't, okay. So I booked this show. All right. This is before I had an agent. So I had to book it myself. And my biggest fan base on my Facebook page, Charlotte, North Carolina. So we find this venue and it's a refurbished strip club. Okay. So we book it and the lady's like, it'll hold 100. So we're like, okay. So we made an e-tickets link. We sold 100 tickets within like 2 days. And I was like, what the fuck? We sold it out. So we get up there and it's in a shopping center. It's next to a fucking TJ Maxx. Okay. It's a strip club. We thought it was an old strip club. It is still a strip club. So we walk, people are lined up outside. The doors are fucking locked. We can't get into my own show. People are like, "Hi, Dustin, how you doing?" And I'm like, "Hey, we're good. Everything's fine. We just can't get in." Fucking light shit. This lady shows up. The show was supposed to start at 7. This lady shows up at like 6:50, and she's like, it's just one black lady, and she was like, "What are we doing?" I said, "These people are here for the show. It's about to start in 10 minutes." And she goes, "Oh, no, this shit gonna have to wait about 30. So we go inside. And she's like, "There's a lot of people here. How many did you sell?" I said, 100. She said, "We only hold 60. I said, "Well, we got 100. So they had no chairs. It was all love seats, like black leather love seats. Fucking strip. And they're all each other. There's fucking love seats on the stage. So we have to move all this shit around like we're like rearranging a fucking IKEA. Okay. I'm pouring sweat. It's my first time ever like really being on stage. I'm already shitting on myself. Okay. So we try to do a sound check. Now it's like in a like in this thing, like the glass windows, everybody's just like peeking in. We're trying to do these sounds. We're moving all this furniture around. I'm freaking the fuck out. The mic doesn't work. All right.
No.
So you just have to talk really loud and just use the mic for aesthetic purposes. So I'm freaking the fuck out. We get up there and I do 45 minutes. What I practiced was 45 minutes in my kitchen. I practiced it so many times. I had it dialed in. Rocky's like, "There's no way you got 45 your first time on stage." I said, "I fucking got it, dog." I get up there on stage. I'm so scared. I can't look at anybody. So I'm like looking over everybody's head, over everybody's head. And I sound like a perverted auctioneer because I'm just like, dick, pussy, vagina. So fast. I'm not even giving people a chance to laugh. They're all just sitting here like, what in the fuck is going? Is he speaking in tongues? And so I get off stage. I'm sweating because I've been talking so fast. And Rocky was like, "How'd you think you did?" I was like, "I fucking killed it, dog." He's like, "No." He's like, "Next time, tell them the jokes." And I was looking over them the whole time. I couldn't look at anybody, man. Like, it was so scary the first time. But now, I mean, I'm probably about 100, about a little over 100 shows in now. So I'm more comfortable, but it's still super scary for me. Like, Jesse, he's been doing it 10 years. You know, he's on stage almost every night. I can only do weekends because I still try to be like there for my kids and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely a fucking trip, man. My first few shows were hilarious for the wrong, you know, like people were laughing, but it was like not the show.
Not with you, but
yeah, basically.
I was waiting for you to be like, yeah. So we started doing the show, and then Destiny came on stage, and I'm trying to talk while Destiny's like shaking her ass.
Yeah,
and
fucking caramel latte come out and started. Oh, dude. This is crazy, man. And then this one lady, she's the only bartender. There's 100 people. Like, it was just a mess, man. But nobody, like, I had to offer a refund because it wasn't enough seats. People were standing up in the back. Like, but nobody wanted it. Everybody was super cool about it. I mean, they knew it was my first one ever. So it was just funny. Like, I did one in a junkyard one time. This guy, in the beginning, man, like, you don't have a fucking agent, you know. So I'm just looking at these shows, and these comedy clubs, you have to email them fucking 30, 40 times. You got to give them your whole resume, like tell them all your shit, and like they might hit you back. Well, this guy emails me and was like, I got a really cool and unique venue in Springfield, Missouri. You want to come out? I said, cool and unique? Hell yeah. Which was very clever marketing, honestly. So I can't front him for that. So I pull up, and it's literally a junkyard. And it holds 80 people. We sold out 2 shows there. And it's like the size of a garage.
Oh my God.
And they have the chairs. It's hilarious because it's like old furniture. It's like old love seats, recliners, lawn chairs, rocking chairs. It's like just random shit. Like a fucking stove somebody's sitting on. There's a glory hole in the bathroom that's got a sign over it. It says not a glory hole. I'm like, okay. And then the dude's run this junkyard for 30 years, hasn't come across one AC unit, not one window unit. It's hot as fuck in there, dude. I'm sweating. He's got the fucking gun that shot Abraham Lincoln in the back, okay? He's got truck bed full of mannequin body parts.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, I take like just laying, it's like a bunch of arms and legs for mannequins. I'm like, this is terrifying, dude. What the fuck is going on around here? But that turned out to be one of the best shows, honestly. So you never fucking know, man. We did the bowling alley. Did you guys come to the bowling alley show?
No, we didn't. But I did see on your social media that you did bowling alley. I was like, that's cool as hell.
Well, yeah, we did 2 bowling alleys in a week. This is a lot, you know, when you don't even know you're doing one bowling alley.
So you didn't know that till you showed up?
Yeah, dude, people brought their kids. Like, this one lady had like 10-year-old son in the front row. I was like, what are you doing? And this other guy had like this 14-year-old kid. I was like, what is it, fucking Chuck E. Cheese? Like, what are you doing? But they were cool with it, so we ran it, you know.
That's awesome. Well, you got to educate them early.
Yeah. I had a lady message me wanting a signed shirt and a fuck face bracelet for her son. I was like, cool. She's like, can you do a personalized video? I was like, fuck yeah. How old is he? She's like, 9.
What did that look like? What did that video look like?
Oh, I told him, I was like, bro, hit me up, man. When you're 10, I'll take you to Dave and Buster's, give you some pussy.
Steak and pussy. By Dustin. That's got to be something. Steak and pussy by Dustin Sims.
Yeah, there you go. Oh shit, that's hilarious. Yeah, you just never know social media what kind of fans you'll have, I guess.
This is irrelevant to this interview, but like while I was waiting on you guys to get on this camera, I was just sitting here, and my daughter, she got this weird thing in her Easter basket, right? And it's just like this green band, and I was holding it, and I was just doing this right here, waiting on y'all, and I was like, yeah, watch the fucking camera come on. And we were like, beating off, you know. I was gonna look great. Yeah, I'm sorry. Tight, man, wrong side.
And then Brandon would see that, and he'd be like, well, I thought you'd be bigger in person.
This is come on the camera and he's pulling Pud. Be like, oh shit, I didn't know it was this guy that interview. All right, fair enough. Here we go.
Well, let's hit record first. Shit. Let's put this on OnlyFans, make some money.
There you go. So right now you're currently on tour. I call it tour, right? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
So you're
yeah,
on a
it's
tour.
slowed down now. I hit the ground running pretty hard at the beginning of this year. But I've been going. I went hard last year when COVID started slowing down, and this year I hit it hard. And I'm about tired of it, man. I'm about to slow down a little bit because it's just, I don't know. Traveling is fun, but like it also sucks, man. Like, because I still try to be there for my kids and stuff. So like I'm going all weekend. And people think like, oh my God, you're seeing the fucking world and shit. But like we're in Alabama. So like seeing the world, there you go in fucking Georgia. You know what I'm saying? It's like big roads and hotter cousins, you know. Like, you get on a fucking airplane, dude. They're like, you come back. I come back to town the first time I got on the airplane. They're like, you think you big shit now because you've been in the air. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You know? I'm from Muscadine, dude. It's like crazy. You ever seen the movie Wrong Turn? It's filmed like where I grew up.
Oh, really?
They told us it was a documentary. It just came out.
That's hilarious, dude. For sure. We're from Dansville,
which is not far off from that movie as well, too. So
for sure. So we graduated with, what was it, like 70 people?
Not
so
even
in our graduating class. Yeah. How many did you have?
I was close to that. I think it was like 90 something. Yeah, it was small.
Yeah.
Our town had a blinking red light, and that was it.
Yep.
So
yeah,
it wasn't even the town. It said welcome to the village.
Yep.
So
yeah,
shit was real.
So yeah, that's how we grew up.
I export of fucking heroin in Alabama. You look up Muscadine, Alabama, it just says heroin.
So that's your side hustle then, right? That you sell that out the back of your Pinto.
Local area, man. Hit the market while it's hot. I really should.
Yeah, we got meth up here, so that's what we got going for us.
Our post office blew up because of a meth lab.
Yeah.
So.
Somebody blew a fucking Quiznos up here in town where I'm at now with a fucking meth lab in their van. I was like, wow, that's something right there. You got a fucking car bomb made out of that's some fucking gangster shit. You got enough up a Quiznos, man. You move weight. Fucking crazy.
Oh, shit, that's hilarious. Oh, so on tour, gonna take the summer off and stuff like that. What are you thinking?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I keep running all over your questions, dog. Yeah,
no, it's all good.
I'm gonna take. I know I told him I was gonna take July off, and then he already had me a few dates booked for May and June, and then he keeps messaging me, and he's like, "You want to book so and so?" And I'm like, "Nah." And he's like, "Damn, you just right now." I don't know. I got kind of burnt out. So I'm just not really I'm not adding any dates right now. I might add Nashville just because I fucking love Nashville.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm kind of just slowing down. I might take the rest of the summer off, like you said, probably jump back in the fall. Yeah. I usually try to do some local shows in the fall because people around here are always like, when you going to be around here? And then you come around here and I can't make it. And it's like, well, you know how it is. Yeah. Last time I had a show here, it was in November. And I had a bunch of people come out, like my friends and stuff, which is awkward. Like you would think performing in front of strangers is weirder, but like performing in front of your friends and family, it's super fucking weird, you know? It's like singing in the shower in front of them, you know what I'm saying? Like right. Weird shit. Well, we went out afterward and I got shit-faced. And I get shit-faced at my show anyway, so then I get tore up. And so we're driving home. It's like an hour from my house. Like my wife, I'm not like shit face at this point, but I could drive. And my wife, I could drive. You know what I mean? Like, she can have a margarita and we're going to hit a fucking pole or something. She's going to wrap us around something. So it's like I was driving and I get pulled over for going like 101. Now, what we're going to talk about today is white privilege, I guess. So this cop pulls me over. It's a really young kid. And I'm like, okay, I can work with this. Like, I can talk my way out of some shit. Well, this guy comes up there and he was like, where are you going, man? It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, I'm going home, dude. I was like, I just left a comedy show in Birmingham. He's like, oh my God, who was it? He's like, was it Bill Burr? And I was like, no. He's like, was it Kevin Hart? I was like, no. He's like, who was it? I said, me. And the dude was like, no, man. And my wife over there, she looks thrilled about life. She's already mad I got pulled over. She just looks excited about life. And he's like, he lying? And she's like, no, he's telling the truth. I'm like, God damn, because you'd be like a little bit more convincing, you know? So the dude's like, give me your license. He goes back there. Now, my licenses are suspended. I'll be honest with you. Okay. They've been suspended for like a year. So I've had time to rehearse this speech. Right? Like, the dude comes back and he's like, hey, dog, your licenses are suspended. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, how, man? How? And he's like, I don't know. I was like, can you figure it out? And he's like, no, you're going to have to call him. I was like, who do I need to call? I was like, we'll get him on the phone right now. He's like, it's 1:00 in the morning. We can't call him. I'm like, I don't know what to do about this. He's like, you can't drive. And I was like, okay. He's like, you know, you're going 100. He's like, that's arrestable offense. And I'm like, what? So I'm just acting shocked. He's like, have you been drinking? And I was like, I had a couple drinks. I said, I'll be honest with you. He's like, okay. He said, would you be open to do a field sobriety test? I said, can I say no? And he's like, you can blow in the thing instead. I said, we'll take the test. So and he's like, can you walk in a line heel to toe 9 times? And I was like, yeah, I could try it. I said, but my balance is pretty shitty. He says, I don't give a fuck. And I was like, okay. So he wasn't playing around anymore. So I did it, killed it. I did the stand on one leg thing, killed it. I did the nose, had to count to 1,000, do the fucking eyes thing. And he was like, man, you know you've been drinking. I said, yeah. He said, why don't you just let her fucking drive? I was like, I don't know about that. So he goes up there and he asks her to drive. She says, okay. And he just tells me to go to the passenger seat. I go up there. He brings my shit to me. He's like, I'm going to let you go, but you better be motherfucking funny when I look you up. So he looks me up. I don't know if he thought I was funny or not, but next time we'll know if I get pulled over because I'll get fucking shot probably.
That's amazing.
When we left Michigan, dude, like we left y'all, some guy, he's the same show y'all came to. I don't know if y'all know, are y'all in Holland?
We were at Grand Rapids.
Yeah. Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
In Holland, there's an off the grid apparel, and it's a cool little store. This guy came to the show. He introduced himself. He's like, come check out our store. And I was like, cool. He's like, we got clothes. He said, we have vintage shirts and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'll come check it out. He said, also, he's like, we can't legally sell weed, but like if you buy some stickers, we can gift you some weed. And I guess I'll take all your fucking stickers. You know what I'm saying? In Alabama, our weed, dude, you don't want Alabama weed. I don't know if you guys smoke, but you go out there and just pull a few 4-leaf clovers out of the ground, roll them up and smoke it, you'll get higher than you do down here. So I go to this dude's store and I bought a bunch of stickers. And my wife, she's pissed. She's like, how are we going to get this home? I'm like, it's fine. So we go to Dollar General and get a Tupperware and just load it up full so it don't smell. And we put it in our merch bag. We leave the show in Muskegon and we're going to drive home. It's like a 10-hour drive. She's like, are you good? I was like, yeah. She's like, don't speed. I was like, of course I won't. So we're driving home going like 120, dude. We get pulled over in Indiana.
Oh, no.
In the morning. And I get a ticket up there for driving with a suspended license and speeding. Now, if you get a ticket around here for driving with a suspended license, you just pay it. Yeah. You can't do that in Indiana. I called the other day and they're like, no, you got to come to court. And I'm like, bitch, I'm in Alabama. Well, we can do it over Zoom. I said, like a podcast? Yeah, I was like, okay. So I got to do a podcast with this judge next. We got to wrap this up, man.
You'll find it on YouTube later.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm going to ask if I can record it.
Yeah. It'd be great content.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. That's hilarious. You would.
Oh, no shit, man. I had to go to court in December. I got a ticket for driving suspended license. I had to go to court in fucking Raglan, which tells you everything you need to know about it. You name your city Raglan, whatever. The courthouse looked like a funeral home, like where they have like the little dinners at in the funeral home, the little reception place. It was fucking trash. Okay, the judge was sitting at a white table like we used for merch at my show. Okay, there was no pews or anything. It was like literally like fold up chairs. There's like 6 people in there. They're all on meth, and it's me. I come in with like a collared shirt, my shit tucked in. I'm like, fuck, I overdressed. So I'm in there. I hold this door open for this old lady. I swear on my kids, this is a true story. I hold this door open for this old lady. She goes in there. I'm sitting down. The judge is like, I don't care if you're on your phones, it's fine. I'm like, wow, this is insane. So I'm like, just get on my phone. Well, this old lady goes up there, she starts talking to the judge. She's like, swear to God, like late 60s. The bailiff, the guy with the gun, starts yelling. He's like, hey, what's in the bag? And she's like, what? He's like, what's in the bag? He's like, don't touch it. He said, push the bag down here. Is there a gun in there? And she goes, yeah, there's a gun in there. And I'm like, damn, Granny's packing. I was like, whatever. She just had a gun in her purse. So he pulls it out and he's like, go sit your ass over there on the front. So she goes and sits down. She's like, sir, what's wrong? What's wrong? He said, go sit down. So he's like digging through her purse. I'm like, whatever. Granny just had a gun, whatever. You know, she's, who fucking cares? Well, the lady, I'm sitting here on my phone. She's standing beside me and she's like looking back and forth at the baby. And as soon as he looks down in her purse, she just fucking takes off running through the back doors. And the dude gets up and he's like, no. And he pulls his gun out. And the judge is like, you got to stay with me. And I'm like, what in the fuck is happening here, dude? So like she leaves. Now, this bitch, the guy just said, like, she just robbed a fucking gas station 2 miles down the road. They called it out, all right? She left there. She robbed them to have the money to pay her goddamn ticket. Came to fucking court, and she matched the description, and the guy sitting there was like, man, this looks just like the lady they just called out over the fucking record. So he asked her, she had a good, she said, yeah. She runs off. She's out there. She's gone. She's fucking gone, okay? So guess who they called next? Me. I gotta go. How do you follow gun lady? How do you fucking follow gun lady?
Just
so
drop your pants.
Already gave me a warning in December. He's like, I went for the first time. He's like, if you can bring your license back next time you come, I'll throw this ticket away. So I got my license back, but I forgot my court date. So I missed my court date like a retard. So now I've missed the court date. I got a failure to appear and no license. So I come back. I got to follow gun lady. So I get up there and he's like, so you got a failure to appear? I was like, yeah. I was like, you gave me a second chance. I was like, I got my license back. Look, I got it. I was like, I got it. He's like, yeah, but you missed the court date. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, but I didn't bring a gun in here. Yeah. Nobody laughs except the little lady on the computer over here. And like, he was just like, okay, it's going to be $950. And I was like, okay, oh, you shitting me. And I had a warrant for my arrest. So I had paid that $500 bond to get the warrant off. And he's like, we'll just take that 500 and you just give us another 450. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, fine. I was like, I should have brought the fucking gun in here. Jesus Christ, I'd have been crazy, dude. I don't know why I told you that story, but
oh my god, I love that's the craziest stuff.
She runs off. You're like, so am I good?
Yeah.
right,
Do I need to do this anymore? Or?
We're fine. Everything's cleared up.
Yeah, no doubt. For sure. Dude, that's hilarious. And then they just continue to carry on business like it never fucking happened.
Yeah. And he's like, 950. I'm like, that's bold of you to say after they just had a fucking gun in here. I got one too. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just Cheryl. She does this every Tuesday. It's okay. You know what? She missed she didn't get her prescription. It happens. It happens.
You saw the real life Medea, bro.
Yeah.
You saw the real life Medea.
I held the door for her. I was like, well, that's crazy. Just robbed the gas. Like, what a fucking gangster.
That's hilarious. Oh my god.
So you were talking about how you got burnt out from doing tour, and that's I'm glad you said that too, because you always hear everybody talk about how great everything is, right? How great the life is. And so what's the other side of it though? You get burnt out, you have kids, you miss your kids, your wife goes with you to shows.
I'll tell you, I worked in a factory for 9 years, and that lifestyle is like it's a consistent thing. Like you get a consistent pay. You know what you're making. You know what your life is. You know the schedule. You're on a schedule, and it was miserable. I felt like a prisoner to that, and I'm much happier now. But it's a different type of problems that you deal with. Like I face a lot of pressure from like I have to put out content. I have to like keep that social media presence up. Otherwise, like ticket sales will falter, like revenue from online stuff will falter. And that's my income now. Mm-hmm. So like when you take that leap, like I quit my job a few years ago, and like when you take that leap, like it's great feeling at first, but it's also you adapt this great amount of pressure. Like everything's on you now. And I enjoy it. Like I enjoy the challenge, but it is stressful. It comes with a lot of anxiety. Like I do get stressed from shows like travel. When we do the long drives and stuff, like it's great. But like we do a show on a Sunday night, we drive home 10 or 12 hours. I pick my kids. I get home and I have to sleep for like a few hours. Pick my kids up from school. We do homework, baths and stuff. Because I don't want to miss that type of stuff. Yep. And then like come Thursday or Friday, it's back at it again. You drive off, do the long drives. By the time you get in town, people think you're seeing all these cities, but you come into town, you get a hotel room, you literally have time to shower up, maybe take a nap after your drive, get up, go to the venue, drink, do the shows, leave, eat, come back to the hotel, wake up the next day, go to the next city. And it's fun, but it gets burnt out quick. Like, it's just, I don't know. Some people love it though. Like some people, they live for that. It's just really your preference, but I don't know. I like being at home. I like being with my family and stuff. So
if this all ended tomorrow, what would be your go-to? Do you know what you would ever go back to?
No, man, I can't see me doing anything other than comedy right now. Like if you say like it ended, I would still do it. I would still do like shows. I would find a way to do comedy. Maybe if it's not for money, I would still do it. And I would just get another job, man. It would be another, I'm sure I could go back to digging graves. Like I'm not bigger than that or anything like that. Yeah. But I would never at this point stop doing comedy. Like I definitely think I found my passion and something that inspires me to keep going. So even if it doesn't grow any more than what it has, or if it falls tomorrow, I'll still do it. It's something I definitely enjoy. It's just a way of self-expression, a way of letting things out, honestly.
And you're great at it, so I don't see it ever going away anytime soon. I think you're only going to go, skyrocket. So and continue that upward trajectory for sure. So, yeah, when you came up to Michigan, it was colder than shit. Colder.
I'm so like I'll say this: I'm conflicted when it comes to northern state because I'm tired of the cold weather. I really am. I fucking hate that. But the people up north. Like there's a stigma like Southern hospitality. Everybody always says Southern hospitality. That's dead. Like I'm telling you right now, like I've been to everywhere you can imagine. Like my main demographic is obviously like the Southern states. And just here recently, I've started going up north because people were like requested. I've been up to Spokane, Washington, Tacoma, Washington, Oregon, Wisconsin, Ohio, Michigan, all Pennsylvania. And like everybody up north is way nicer. Like the people are more polite. Like it's insane. Like I was blown away by that. Like everywhere we went, even Wisconsin, like they're fucking pretty much Canadian, dude. Like the way they talk and everything is hilarious. And like everywhere we went, they thought it was hilarious how I talked. And it was just so funny. They had fucking ice sculptures in front of, like in Appleton, they had an ice sculpture in front of every building. And I was like, what in the fuck? I was like, back home, our statues are made out of like rock, I was like, they last longer. And the lady at the bar is like, yeah. I was like, but they don't taste as good when you lick them, I'll tell you that. But that lady told me that shit had been out there for 3 months and I almost punched her in the titty. I was like, I'd kill myself. It's been 30 something degrees for 3 months. I was like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I blow my brain. Dude, that's crazy.
Dude, they have ice sculpting competitions up here in Michigan, up in Frankenmuth. They have a whole festival for it, man.
That's wild to me, man. That is wild.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that because like we're just so used to it up here. It's like it's so freaking cold.
Yeah,
I swear it's colder more than it's nice out up here for sure.
See, where I balance it out though is like I don't like fucking alligators or snakes or anything, so I'm okay living in a place where like the weather hurts my fucking face, and I don't have to worry about like checking my goddamn shoe for a spider that's gonna bite me once and I'm dead in 30 seconds. I'm okay with the cold weather. I'll freeze my ass off.
Dude, that's true because like right now it's like we got these June bugs that are really bad, and like I love to go out on my back porch and like just smoke a fucking blunt, dude. Lights around, and it's like I got like these lights around my porch, and it's like runway lights for these bugs. It's like get your asses in here and hit me in the face while I'm trying to smoke this. I swear to God, they hit me in the eye. One of those bug assault guns. I don't know if you know what that is.
With the salt? Yes.
Yeah. I got the pistol and I got the shotty, dude. So I'm tapping them, and I'll pull that pistol out, bro, and get the bigger ones. I don't fuck around with these motherfuckers more. I got this bug zapper last year. I ordered off Amazon. I found the biggest one I could find. And like my neighbors thought I put up fucking Christmas lights in fucking June, dude. It was so bright out here. And this thing was just bang all night. I was like, turn that shit off. It sounded like we had a giant neon sign.
That's awesome for sure.
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
take the mosquitoes over
Yeah.
any of that shit though.
Yeah.
Like those get bad sometimes, but fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
Just douse yourself in off, call it good. Like those TT torches that don't do shit, but still
Yeah.
they look nice.
Bro, yeah, man. Off is like cologne down here. Like in the summer. People like they got this scented kind. It's like tropical. If you got that, bro, you get all the pussy, man. It's like, what is that? Is that a new scent? Okay, got the $3 bottle of off. Okay,
Yeah, shit, high roller.
Oh, you bougie.
Yeah.
Oh, you bougie.
Where's your Porsche? You better get that expensive ass.
that's funny.
Oh my god.
Who all have you had on here? Who all have you had on your podcast? You had Josh Bray.
Yeah, Josh Bray.
Then we have we've got a couple oh god, I'm blanking right now. We had the GM for like the baseball team around here.
No
He
shit.
came on. I'm gonna say former at this point, but I used to do indie filmmaking. So we've had a lot of like actors, producers, stuff like that come on.
No shit. Are you good at like producing and stuff like that, like filming and things?
Not
Well,
bad.
You can help me out at all here.
What's that?
I'm asking you that like you're 2 miles down the road from me or something.
You want to come down and
yeah.
check out my new buzz zapper?
Yeah.
Knows how to do editing. Like I had to learn how to edit my podcast, and like if you see my podcast, it's not edited. It's basically just an upload. It's just raw footage, and people don't understand the work that goes in behind stuff like that. You know, like it's a job, man. What do you guys? What all do you do? Is this all you guys do?
No, we both have our day jobs.
We got our day
we have our
jobs.
passion as well too that we do on the side of this. So
That's cool.
But no, I started out filmmaking 5 years ago now.
Oh shit!
Kind of just fell into it, and then did a couple like short films, and then I kind of stumbled into like, hey, let's make a feature film, and that took off much bigger than what I thought it was going to. So at one point, I'm like balls deep in like debt. I'm like, oh shit, like, oh, why did we do this? But no, it turned out great. We got a lot of good things that happened from it. Done short films, got some awards to it.
Nice.
But mainly now I like to write. Like I'm taking more of a backseat like writing thing, like role. Like we just got our we have a film that I co-wrote, came up with my co-writer. Not him. I pointed at
No,
like,
no,
was
no.
it.
Yeah, no, I'm not. No.
He can't even.
I'm not the creative.
Sentence.
Yeah, I'm not the creative. No.
But no, we just did this, and it's been, I want to say, going on almost 2 years now. But we just finally got it to where it's being made by a company down in Atlanta.
Nice.
I just got word that they attached the director. Apparently these guys are the ones that just have done a bunch of like Bruce Willis movies, all the shitty ones, because he's fallen off a little bit.
Yeah,
dementia. So so we got that going, and now we're about ready. We just submitted another film, and we're gonna start writing some more. So
yeah, dude, congrats, man. That's
Thank
sick.
Yeah.
The writing, like you said, man, I love writing. It's just therapeutic, man. Just even if it's stuff that you'll never use, it's just good to get stuff on paper and you feel good, man. Like that's something I used to be really good at doing, like writing a lot, and I've slacked off a lot because of the shows, and so I just feel lethargic when I'm at home, and that's something that I got to get back doing more of. Writing's fun.
Yeah. I just got back in the last month. Started really diving into it, and like I like to fish in the summer and the spring. So like right now, when I go out on the kayak and I'm fishing, a lot of that's where a lot of the stuff comes from. Is just because it's so peaceful out there, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so like when you have that zen, when you have that moment, like I mean, I always kick back a couple beers, get into that nice little buzz state, and then it just kind of flows.
Yeah, that's the best time, man. Like, it's hard to force it, but like when it comes to you, that's when you know. That's the good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm more of a simple guy, so I don't do any of the creative stuff. Jeff's really been the creative mind behind all this, and I just bought a 600 micro sprint, so I'll be doing some little short track dirt racing and stuff like that. So
hell yeah, dude, that's it too. Man, I love. Ooh, man, I love drag racing, but I love any type of racing, man. God, that's so fucking fun.
Yeah. So
I 50 Mustang in 2012. We used to take it to the drag strip all the time, like in Alabama. Dude, it's football and racing, baby. Like we don't have like spelling bees and shit like that. You know? We're like in education, I think.
See, we because we've had this platform, we got to interview like a lot of like people in the racing industry as well too. We had Riley Reed, which was a guy that he found that he went
Oh.
from drag racing.
Yes, not the Riley Reed you're thinking about.
Oh, okay. Hey, man, hold on.
Yeah, hold on a second. Yeah, he actually made a comment about that like during the episode. He's like, yeah, if you Google it, it'd probably come up with a different.
It's not me, but still.
Yeah. He's a badass dude in Oklahoma for sure. He's got a little 600 micro sprint, and he did a lot of drag racing before. So won like the big Tulsa shootout.
But I also knew his reference. That's funny.
Yeah, yeah, that's hilarious. But yeah,
I love all those OKC guys, man.
Yeah, he was awesome for sure, and he was good to have on. And then we had Hillbilly J. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
I don't think so.
He's out of
Ohio,
just south of Cincinnati. He grew up in Cincinnati, Ohio, and he does.
He's almost like a Rodney Tarantino almost. Like,
yeah,
he has a lot of. He started out doing like just videos, making funny videos.
Yep.
Did parody stuff.
Yeah,
and then he started writing his own material. Then he went down the country rap lane, and
that's what he's doing now.
Pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. He's a really talented guy, a great guy too.
Yeah.
Really down to earth.
Yeah, really funny.
Comedians on, or have y'all tried to get Ginger Billy or anybody like that?
We haven't reached out to any of them yet. We got Josh, and then Hillbilly J, who's a comedian / country rap artist.
Pretty cool. I've never met him. I've talked to him a couple times in text. He's pretty cool.
Who's that?
Josh Prey. He was.
Cool. Yeah. He's
absolutely
awesome. Yeah. He's a really fun guy too. He's a really, really nice guy. Very humble.
Yeah.
Like yourself. Yeah, for sure. Like yourself. And it was a good conversation to have with him. We had a local guy on our last one that came up with just fucking hilarious. Mullet man.
It's mullet landscaping. This guy grew like this badass bitchin' mullet, right?
Yeah.
And he started his own like landscaping company. But the thing that makes him a little bit different is he does it almost for charity. Like a lot of the profits that he gets, he'll go out and help people who like single moms, breast cancer survivors, stuff like that. So he's partnered up with he's doing this car wash coming up soon where it's just like dudes, just like in nothing but like very skimpy whatever. And the way to pay for it is you bring diapers, and then he donates all those diapers to moms who need this.
Oh, that's sick, dude. That's
so really great guy, funny as hell, and just like I said, his philosophy around why he started his business and how he wants to help people it's awesome. And that's why we did this. Like we want to talk to interesting people like yourself and all these other people and just get kind of like their story about why they're doing what they're doing and try to bring them any more attention that we can and just back them up and support them as much as we can with this platform we've been gifted with. So
yeah, we're killing it, man. This is fun. I really enjoyed this.
Appreciate it. So last question I have for you, and we'll kind of wrap it up because I know you're a busy man. You got places to be.
Man. Buffalo Wild Wings or something. You know?
I was going to say we're going back to like Texas Roadhouse. Or?
Yeah. What's the future look like? I think we've already kind of touched on it, but yeah, what is your
I'll be honest with you. My goal is to eventually just get away from the filter and just do my own content. But people get mad, man. I don't understand. That's how I started, and that's the thing that people fell in love with. But like, I just started using that filter. It was more of like it was hot right then. It was a self-conscious thing. Nobody likes the way they look or sound on camera, you know. And I remember when I first started trying to get away from it, I got people like messaging me like death threats. What the fuck are you doing? I was like, wow, that's crazy. But my goal is I want to transition more into just a stand-up comic, you know, like, and eventually just start putting out stand-up clips. Like right now, I just have a good about 45 minutes and it's not polished. I'm not like a seasoned stand-up comedian or anything. So it's not something I'm comfortable putting clips of out yet. But eventually I'd like to be known for my stand-up and like just transition into that world. Like that's always been the goal. I would love to be, you know, I don't care to be huge, but I would love to be able to do this for the rest of my life, you know, and just be able to sustain that. That would be, that's the goal. I feel like,
yeah.
And I like content too. Like I do enjoy that, but stand up is, you get that you get the instant gratification. Like I put a video out, people react to it and stuff, and you see the comments and stuff like that. But like, there's something just more organic about like telling your stuff like to a live audience and you getting that feedback right back. And man, it's just the best feeling in the world for me. I've never experienced anything like it. So that's really the goal, I think, to push that forward.
I love it.
Nice.
After seeing you in person, you lived up to every bit of the hype. I will say that.
Oh man, I appreciate that.
Absolutely. And actually, not that I didn't have a certain expectation, but you definitely lived up to the height of what I was coming in, and then surpassed it even more. So,
Oh,
I
thank
would,
you.
yeah, I really loved your stand up, and I think
I,
you definitely have a future. Big
I
time.
appreciate. That's something I've tried to put a lot of work into. I've like a lot of comics are super good. Like Jesse is amazing off the riff. Like he has such he has such confidence on stage, and his ability to just be off the riff is phenomenal. Like he should have his own special already. It's crazy that he doesn't, but it's something. It's definitely something you have to work towards. And I've been really like, if you saw my first show in that strip club, and then like the one you saw, like I'm not gonna say that one was perfect, but it was light years ahead. Like I put a lot of work into this. It's something I really want. So, just like you guys with this podcast, I'm sure this is something that you really want. And this is obviously something you've worked hard at. Like it's anything like that for anybody. You know, everybody has their thing, and I feel like you should pursue it no matter what. So.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Those are great words.
Yep, for sure.
You have something like that with that passion for, you just follow it no matter what.
Really
Feel it out, adjust, and just move forward.
Yep. In my experience, consistency is key. And like you said, you've got 40 something episodes in, man. You keep like, it's going to be huge. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit just grows and grows. It's a snowball effect. Like every person you gain, they'll tell somebody, and then like people just keep telling other people. And next thing you know, you have something massive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, we appreciate that for sure. I know when you bring up Jesse's name, Big Dick Bob, I'll never forget that. That shit was
dude, it is hilarious, man. Dude, I'm telling you, I've worked with a lot of comics. I've seen a lot of comics live, and you won't find anybody that works harder than Jesse. And you won't find anybody with much better crowd work than Jesse. I've seen a lot of comics like Rocky I worked with. That was his crutch, was his crowd work. If his material wasn't going well, he would switch to his crowd work. And his crowd work is phenomenal, but I haven't seen many people better than Jesse. Like Jesse he's top tier when it comes to crowd work and stage presence. His confidence is unmatched. Like he's really good. So if you're listening, go check out Jesse is Funny. I think that's his tag on everything. He's not conceited at all.
I think with you, like having him as your opener, it was a great, like you guys worked very well together. It was almost like, you were two separate shows, but it was very seamless. You know what I mean? Like how it all worked. It was
people. Yeah, that's one compliment we've gotten everywhere we've been. Because the other people I was working with at first, they were funny, but it just didn't match. And then Jesse's high energy and his crowd work and like his engagement. And then I'm more of like a storyteller. I just stay in the pocket. It's like kind of like sitting around a fire telling stories, like type shit. And it does work well together. I feel like, I think it does complement each other. So
completely agree for sure.
Yeah, all I knew is I went into that show blind, and before I knew it, the show was over, and I was depressed, man. I was like, God damn it, already?
Yeah, for sure.
Because it was so seamless. It had you entertained the entire time.
That's cool.
Not a lull, nothing. It just flowed so great, and you guys were awesome. Like I said, when he tagged you up there, it was an even flow.
Yep.
So
that's good to hear. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you coming on for sure. So give our listeners where they can find you.
Oh, you can find me at Dustin Sims on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I don't do the TikTok shit anymore. I got one, but I don't like that shit, man. Dude, fuck TikTok, dog. Let's that too, I don't know. I do know what it is, man. I made a TikTok one time, and first of all, you guys trying to kick me off of here?
No, not at all. We were disrespecting your time. Hell no, we're not trying to kick you out.
Or another last. Let's do this.
Yeah.
All right, fuck TikTok, man. I'll tell you why. I made this TikTok joke one time. This is a real joke I really wrote. I sat home and I wrote this joke. I was trying to write a one-liner because I'm more of a storyteller, and I was trying to challenge myself to write a one-liner. And it's not that funny of a joke, but I'm going to tell it to you anyways. I wrote this joke and I said, I caught my dick in my zipper today. That's the last time I wear zip-up boots. Okay? I made that joke.
Oh, did we lose him? Oh, no. TikTok done kicked him off?
Into a TikTok. I put a TikTok. I posted it. And it got like, oh, you guys here?
Oh, we lost you for a second.
Yeah,
it literally cut off right when you said the boots. I think TikTok
it was almost like TikTok heard this shit and they're like, fuck that, we're shutting it down.
Dude, that's Zuckerberg after my ass again, dog. I don't even know if he's over TikTok, but probably. So I made it, and I said, that's the last time I wear zip up boots, you know. And this guy made a TikTok. I put the video up. It got like 400 something likes, and I was like, "Oh, we're killing it," you know. And then for later, this guy in this cowboy hat, this fucking piece of shit, is like walking down his hallway, and he like it's my voice, and he lip syncs my video, and he posts it, and it gets like 4 fucking million likes. And I'm like, that's insane. Like an hour after me, and I was like, what is this guy look better than me or something? This is bullshit. It was my voice. And he didn't tag me in it or nothing. So I was salty about it. I was like, damn, you bastard. I was drinking or whatever. I was like, why didn't you tag me, you piece of shit? I hope your whole family dies in a house fire or something. And I said something real nice. Like, and he was like, bro, your sound's at the bottom. I was like, I don't even know what the fuck that means. I was like, fuck you, whatever. So then my dad, my real dad, who doesn't think I'm like a real comic, okay, my biological father, he thinks that I'm just like whatever, dude. He doesn't think this is a real thing, you know. He thinks I'm just like a make-believe world. So he sends me a meme from Guy Humor, and it was my joke word for word. And they had turned it. It was a black screen, and it was just the text of my exact words of my joke. I had it wrote down on my motherfucking paper, dude. And I was like, okay. He sends that to me in a picture, and I said, that's funny. I said, that's my joke. He says, LOL, no, it's not. I said, yes, it is. He's like, I seen it on Guy Humor. I was like, I hope you wrap your fucking truck around a tree today. I was like, I'm telling you, that's me, you piece of shit. So fuck TikTok, man. People steal your shit on there. But they can do that off anything, but I just don't like TikTok, man. I just want to into this video. We should sum it up like that.
Well, I want to say that like when we had Josh Bray on, he actually spoke to this. He's like, people will just sit there and take other people's stuff, put it on theirs, and then they get like viral from it. He's like, fuck that. That's not even true. You're not even being creative. You're ripping off somebody else.
Even if, okay, they either lip sync it, which is fucked up anyways. I would never like lip sync somebody. I wouldn't take somebody's material anyways, but I definitely wouldn't lip sync it and use their voice. And then, or they do that, or they, like he said, they just take your video and post it on theirs, and it goes, I don't understand that. And whatever, dude. I don't fucking care.
Or they what, duet? Is that what it's called? They duet it and then they blow up. So it has you, but it doesn't have you, you know?
They're just watching it and they're laughing at what you're saying. I'm like, what are you adding to this experience? That's what my wife says when we have sex. Like, what are you adding to this?
Same here.
Tap in at any time. We're going to tap in what's going on here.
Same here.
I appreciate you. Oh, man. This is a lot.
Oh, hell yeah, man. We appreciate you big time for sure. And if obviously more dates are to come later on this year, stuff like that, DustinSimsTickets.com to go see you live.
Local to, I'm going to be in Hobart, Indiana. I don't know how far that is from y'all, but it seems like it's probably kind of close. Hobart, Indiana, and May 14th. That's probably the closest I'll be to you guys again this year. I'm not sure if I'll come back up there by the end of this year or not. I want to ride a new 45, you know, and so we'll see how it goes. But
yeah,
I appreciate having me on. This is a lot of fun. I can talk to some people and see if I got some buddies that could come on here. You know, I have some buddies that would love to do that.
Absolutely.
Yep. So what I do is after we get done with all this, I'm going to send out an email probably tomorrow. We have somebody who's going to design like the little marketing for this. So it'll be a picture of you on the stuff that we have. We'll send it to you so you can share that. And then also, I usually include that if you have anybody else that you think would fit in with what we do, give them the email, send them our way, whatever you want to do. We got to figure out a way to get Facebook back because I got fucking booted off Facebook, and I ran our page.
I'm banned right now for 8 more days, I think. I can't help you. I talked about the gays too much. Don't talk about the gays.
Oh,
I don't even know what somebody hacked me, and that got my ass kicked off. And I can't get that back. So.
Fucking fat bitch in Greenville with pink hair and a fucking septum piercing is just reporting all my shit, everything. And I'm like, you just wait, bitch. I'll be out in 8 days, and you're gonna make your life hell. Like I've got her profile picture and everything. It's gonna be a reckoning, dude. She doesn't even know. Like I gotta give a shit about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I got all day, baby. I don't have a 9 to 5. I'll end your life. I almost do the day that trans lady had something to say when we left Greenville. I almost went into U-Haul and rented a U-Haul, and I was just going to drive it through that place. I was like, you know what? I'll be on the news. I don't give a damn.
What you said it. I think it was when you were talking about that venue, but you said like, no, you're not fucking off limits. Like, honestly, like, you need to laugh at yourself. You're not off limits.
Here's the thing, dude. Like, y'all saw Jesse's show in the
Oh,
gay joke.
yeah.
It's him saying like how much it would cost for him to suck a dick, or
Right.
he buys all because he can't brush his teeth and gag. He brushes his teeth and gag or whatever. That's it. But it's like she didn't even hear the context of the joke. She just heard the word gay and was like, fucking hair, you know, pink hair. But whatever, dude. Like, I don't even give a shit. But what pissed me off is like the venue's like, thank you so much for like. I said, "What on top of this shit?" You hear me? You know what I'm saying? This place burns down.
I was gonna say you're the one that brought it up.
Well, I mean, I kind of brought it up from what he said, so get it.
Get you some.
You are fantastic, man. We
incredible.
appreciate you. This is honestly almost just as fun as the show, dude. If not a little bit more fun, because it's more one-on-one. So
Credit to y'all, man. I hope it helps. Send me the links and stuff. I'll share it on all my socials, and we'll get y'all out there, dude.
Appreciate you big time. Well, you have a good rest of your evening, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Thanks. Y'all have a good one.
You as well. You take care.
Take care.